Let us continue with network scanning. In the previous lecture, we used the Nmap GUI, that is Nmap, and in this lecture we will see how to do TCP scan, XMS scan, ACK flag scan, UDP scan, idle scan in the Nmap terminal using Kali Linux and the built-in Nmap. So, without wasting much time, let us directly get started to Kali Linux. Now Nmap is a command line utility, whereas Nmap is a software or a GUI popularly used in Windows. All these scans are used by hackers to get different responses from the target machine. So go to your terminal first, and for this website, for this practical, we are going to use certifiedhacker.com as our target website, as this is the website provided by the EC Council to try and practice different text. So press Ctrl C to get the ping and the IP address. So 162.241.216.11 is the IP address of the website. So as I told you, in Windows we have to the ping command automatically gets terminated after 4 packets, whereas in Kali you have to actually press Ctrl C to stop pinging to the target website. So type nmap-h to get the help, and we can see there are a lot of different extensions. For host discovery you can add those type of extensions. For scan techniques you can add those type of extensions, and it's a long list. So if you are really keen to know each and everything, we security experts generally recommend you to please go through the help section. We would have loved to cover everything in practicals, but it is not possible because in practicals the time is very minimum and students generally get bored after, let's say, 8 to 10 minutes, and that is why we have tried our level best to create practicals at as less time as we can. A few practicals have got exceeded beyond 12-15 minutes, but unfortunately there is no option because we cannot simply break a practical and start anew again. So let's get started. So you can see there are different extensions to check the version. You can use -sv, then you can to check the operating system, then there's a lot of information in Nmap. Even in port scanning can reveal a lot of information about the target website. So -- script is used to execute something on the server side, then -o is used to detect the OS present on the target machine. But let me tell you one thing, in the last lecture we had used the -a tag, which is basically a combination of most of the these tags because it generally reveals everything about the target website. And -f is used to evade firewall, which means see, whenever firewall receives a large packet and if it found it suspicious, it discards the whole packet, and then there is no use of Nmap. So we use -f to fragment the packets and then send to firewall. These are the examples, nmap -v-a, and you can either specify www.certifiedhacker.com or you can just specify the IP address. So let us get started. The first scan that we are going to do is the TCP scan, I suppose. Let's start. So type nmap -st, right? The TCP scan. T stands for TCP, smallest stands for scan. We will use the third level for and then the IP address of the target website. -a stands for all, which shows basically the version, OS detection, verbosity, ports, and much more. Now if these pop-ups appear, please click yes if you have antivirus. Generally this pop-up appears. Now one thing that you should keep in mind is that these scans really take a lot of time, as we have seen in the case of Nmap. These scans almost take around 15 to 20 minutes to complete. So make sure you have patience, or you can just start scanning and complete your other tasks till this scan gets completed. So let us wait till it gets completed. The TCP connect scan is the default TCP scan type when sync scan is not an option. This is the case when a user does not have a raw packet privileges or is just simply scanning IPv6 network. So instead of writing raw packets, the target machine and the port, Nmap asks the underlying system to establish a TCP connection. We know how a TCP handshake forms. So after the scan gets completed, we have found a lot of information. For example, HTTP tuple, then we have got the number of ports which are open. We have also got the MySQL version. Now this same output we had found out in the Nmap. So but in this Nmap you have a simplified version. So it's better to use command line utilities, but if you're comfortable with GUI, you can also use the graphical user interface. No problems in that. So we have got a lot of information from this scan. So we have got OS, Linux, then CPE, Red Hat, it's using Linux 6 version. So yes, we would really recommend you to visit nmap.org to actually read more about TCP scan. They have given a huge article. Please go through the article to get further details about TCP connect scan. Basically, the TCP connect scan, it just asks the packets to establish a TCP connection with the server, and which obviously reveals a lot of information. The next scan is the dash SX, that is the Xmas scan. X stands for Xmas. Then dash T4 dash A, copy the IP address, paste the IP address and hit enter. Yes, so this scan requires the root privileges. Make sure you use the command sudo before issuing the Nmap, so that it tells the PC that you are the root person who are using. It may ask you to enter your password. Please enter your password of the Kali account and then start enter. So yes, it is starting, and now it's a quick scan. The host is really down right now. The site is not responding, but in your case it may respond. It may show the same results that we have seen in the last lecture. Let us try another scan one more time. Let's perform ACK scan, that is acknowledgement scan. Right now it seems that the website is down, so we'll try another scan. And if this doesn't work, don't worry, the output is same. You get to see the different TCP ports which are open, you get to see the ports which are services running, and same things. But if it is working in your case, please make sure. So it's scanning right now. Again, the host seems down. I guess there is some issue with the website. We aren't sure about that, and since this is a live recording, we need to focus completely on that right now. Let me use a Nmap. I will use command prompt to find out the IP address of certified hacker. So I will use Nmap. Another important thing, the commands that we use in Nmap are exactly similar to the commands used in the terminal. You can simply copy and paste those commands on the Linux terminal and you get the same output. See, if you copy the command into the Linux machine, it's exactly the same as we had entered. So the only difference between Nmap and Nmap is the graphical user interface, and that's it. You just get to see a better output. So it's starting the map, it's starting the scan, it's initiating a ACK scan. It seems that there is some problem with the Kali machine. I will try to find it out. So you have to wait till the scan gets completed. Till now, I will tell you something about ACK scan. What is ACK scan? The ACK scan is basically different than the others. As discussed so far, it is never determines open and filtered ports. Basically, ACK scan is used to map out firewall's rule sets, determining whether they are stateful or not and which ports are filtered. So if the response is RST response, it is unfiltered. If there is no response, which means it is filtered, and if it is unreachable, it means also it is filtered. ACK scan is enabled by the option -SA, which you can see in the command, and has only the ACK flag set unless you use -scan option. So in this case, only the packets which we are sending to the target machine has only ACK flags set. No other flags are set. So yes, all 1000 ports are scanned, and out of which they are filtered. So basically, as I told you, since no response was received, the ACK scan concludes that they all are filtered. Now let's try another scan. -SU, which stands for UDP scan basically. Now one thing keep in mind, I would like to tell you that UDP scan really takes a lot of time. I mean, it actually consumes around 1 hour to 2 hours, or it may go beyond 5 hours. It's not decided, and since we're using the level 5, it really takes a lot of time. So you can see it took around 445.94 seconds to just scan one single port. So yes, it really takes a lot of time. And UDP, while most popular services on the internet run over TCP, UDP services are widely deployed. So but these all scans, they consume a lot of time, and we really warn you to please do something else than to just stare to the screen, because these scans consume a lot of time, because they actually keep sending packets, then they receive response, they wait for the response from the server, and then they analyze the result. So let us see Nmap-P, which stands for the port 80. Now let us scan for port 80 on the target 162.241. Okay, we're not right now. We'll not look into port 80. We'll go with different scan. So we'll map-pn, then we'll do a ping sweep scan, which is -pn. We'll scan port 80, then we will on target 162.241.216. And then we will you have to give the IP address of the target machine which you want to scan. So this is basically spoofing. Like if you enter the IP address of the zombie machine, that is the machine from which you want to scan, the target would think that that zombie machine is scanning me and not the actual attacker. So basically this is used to hide the IP. So I will scan it from my Kali machine 10.0.2.14, and let us see what we get in the results. Okay, we are not getting anything right now. Let's see. Okay, I guess I have mistyped my IP address, for instance. Yes, my IP address is 10.0.2.14, but I just wanted to show you how this scan is performed. So enter your correct IP, enter the correct target IP, and then just observe the results. Okay, but again, one thing, wait till the entire scan gets completed. Now the scan has started and I do not have any idea when the scan will get over. Well, it only gave one port because we only scanned for one port.